President of the Grenada Union of Teachers, Lydon Lewis, says his union intends to challenge the Pension Disqualification Act in the court of law. This, he says, is a mandate given to the executive by the teachers coming out of Wednesday's meeting. Lewis reiterated that the employers are unbending with regard to the 25% gratuity, as he had heard that the Prime Minister and his colleagues on many occasions highlight that the government cannot afford that amount. The union president says the political directorate is not listening. Hence, the frustration was taken to the streets, and at this stage, they are now considering taking the legal route.
And which means challenging the Pension Disqualification Act of 1985 in court to let the court determine whether or not the Constitution holds supreme or whether the Pension Disqualification Act would remain. So we are exploring that option. That would happen as soon as we get another mandate from our teachers at Carriacou.
First, the government indicated that it can afford 2%, and then retracted after the GOT took industrial action joined by other members of the public sector. Another offer was brought to the table, this time 8%. However, the union refused. The president explained why and said the government is misleading the people.
They have blatantly lied regarding the 8%. The 8% is not 8% as was previously offered. It is 8% of the government's portion. Simply put, 8% of 10%, because remember it's a combination of NIS and government to get to the 70%. NIS would pay a maximum of 60%. Therefore, if you go with government portion, it will be 8% of 10% for 8 years.
The union will meet with a negotiating team on Friday. Lewis says this is the last time they will meet with government on that matter.
Well, I can safely tell you that the mandate coming out of the meeting regarding tomorrow, is that this would be our very last meeting. We have gone nowhere. We have heard the utterances of the Prime Minister that they cannot pay the 25%. The Minister, Oliver Joseph, has said to us that they cannot pay. They will not pay, and that the government is doing us a favor by sitting around the table with us, and that they have no legal obligation to us. Therefore, we feel it's an insult. It is downright disrespectful to our process that we believe that we entered back to the table to discuss how far we could get.
In the meeting on Wednesday, the union president mentioned to his members that poor people are being used against each other. He explained the reasoning behind his statement.
When the government attempts to have pocket meetings or village meetings and would tell the public that we've been unfair, that if they pay us gratuity and pension, they would not be able to pay the bushers and they would not be able to pay the young people in the Imani program. They are actually setting up the Imani and the other persons against the teachers of this country.
For WPG10, I am Rachael Bain.